Hello everybody, Danette May here. I'm so excited because I like me some meatballs and I really like them when they're really healthy, and I'm going to share with you how you take a really favorite meatball recipe and how you tweak it just a little bit to make it a little bit more healthy, but don't lose on any of the taste. No one will know in your family. So I'm actually tweaking this for my child because she doesn't like onions. I've already grated up some onions. You can add onions or leave them out or use onion powder. Some kids get hung up on texture, so I'm gonna leave that out. I've already lined a pan with aluminum foil, and I'm just gonna place my meatballs on here, and I'm gonna be cooking them anywhere from 18 to 25 minutes, depending on where you live around the world. I live in the mountains. Sometimes you need to cook more or less. Check on your meatballs. I'm using a really good bison meat, so anywhere from 18 to 25 minutes at 350 in your oven, you should be good. So that's what we're doing. And I wanted to point out one ingredient, which is I'm using ground bison, which I love because it's a leaner meat. You could use grass-fed beef, but I really highly recommend doing grass-fed humane meat if you're gonna have meat in your diet. So I'm doing bison, and I'm actually going to double this recipe because if I'm gonna cook in the kitchen, I'm doubling it. I'm gonna freeze some of the leftover meatballs. They won't last long in this house, so I'm gonna be doing this recipe and doubling it, but if you don't want to have this much meatballs in your life, then just half the recipe. Make sense? Let's get started. So I should clarify, I have 2 pounds of grass-fed beef in here. This is gonna start getting nice and meaty here. So what we're gonna do first off is instead of adding breadcrumbs, we're gonna add almond flour. So much healthier for you than breadcrumbs because there's no gluten involved. And we're gonna add a full cup of breadcrumbs to this recipe. So I'm gonna add 1 cup of almond flour in place of the breadcrumbs. We're gonna add 2 eggs, so I'm just cracking those in there like that. Another egg. Now if you don't have picky eaters, you know what you could do is you could like chop up like spinach or kale in these. Yum. And then you have like your veggies all in one ball. How amazing would that be? So now I'm gonna just kind of start stirring this. We are gonna now add in 1/2 cup of milk. So instead of milk, I'm using almond milk. You could use rice milk or even coconut milk. I probably wouldn't do coconut milk. I don't really want my meatballs tasting like coconut, but almond milk is fabulous. So 1/2 cup of almond milk, which is gonna help me stir this. And now you could add Worcestershire sauce, which kind of tends to have quite a bit of sodium in it. I'm actually gonna use it's like a non-soy sauce. It's a soy sauce alternative. It's called liquid aminos. And I'm going to be adding about 2 tablespoons to that. So it's just gonna give it kind of that soy sauce flavor. Super good. So adding that. And now I'm going to add, this is crushed up garlic. If you have fresh garlic, amazing. This is the next best thing. This is already, I like this better than the powder. It's gonna give you a fresher taste. And we are going to add like a full tablespoon to this recipe of garlic. Okay. Full tablespoon. I did 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, which is liquid aminos, which is way healthier for you. And then we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of cracked pepper. How simple is this, right? That's it, and we just get to stir this up and make them into balls. How fun. Super simple recipe. Super, super simple. I love simplifying my life, and I like making a double batch because you guys, you can eat these as a snack. You can freeze these and just unthaw them and eat them as a snack, put them on your salads. You have something quick, a good protein source for a quick meal. You can put it with, you know, obviously brown rice and spaghetti, or you can, brown rice noodles, spaghetti, you know. And you could also just have this with greens. There's so many things you can do with this. So I think we're pretty mixed up. Now you're gonna have to roll up your sleeves Move all this stuff. I did not add onions. Like I said, I have a picky eater. So I'm gonna move all this so you guys can see. I see what I'm doing here. And I am going to do half of them without onions and then the other half with onions. And all I'm gonna do is get messy and slap them together and make balls, just like that. I kind of like my balls a little bigger. You can make them smaller or bigger, but you know, making them a little bigger it looks like. And like I said, I'm just gonna place them in the oven at 350, anywhere from 18 to 25 minutes. I am gonna check on it. Everybody's a little different with their red meat. Like some people like it a little redder and some like it cooked all the way through. You decide what works best for you. It's not that complicated. You can smell the garlic. You can smell that soy sauce. If you had sriracha, you could add that to it. I think you just have to like know the flavors you like, so feel free to add what you like. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, making meatballs with me, and I hope you make them for your family, make them for yourself. There's all tons and tons of recipes on my blog at DanetteMay.com. I love showing you amazing, fun recipes, tweaking a few of the ingredients to make them healthy so that you can live in a body you love and have more energy and live out a life you love. If you love these videos, please click like and subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna be giving you tons of content, tons of videos all about living an ultimate healthy, happy life. Leave your comments below. Let me know where you're from and if you made these meatballs. Sending you all my love, you guys. Bye-bye.